Coach Swinney. As we always do, we'll turn it over to him for opening comments first. After that, the line will be open. As always, if you wouldn't mind identifying yourself and your outlet, that would be greatly appreciated. So with that, we will turn it over to Coach Swinney for his opening comments.
Thanks, Ross. Well, just really fun game. Really proud of our team. Awesome crowd, awesome environment. Again, love the mental focus and the mental toughness of our team. I thought we controlled the game from really the opening kick. Certainly had a lot of miscues and a lot of things that we'd like to have back. But, again, to see our team respond over and over and over again was awesome to see. Just so many good things in the game. I love their focus as far as, weather was never an issue. People try to make that an issue. I think we're 10-1 now in rain games since 2009. And I love that. That's one of my favorite. I didn't know that. Tim Bray told me that. That's probably one of my favorite stats right there, because that, to me, epitomizes the type of mindset that you have to have. And but defensively, man, they were awesome. It was good to see our offense come out and set the tone right out of the gate and get 2 touchdowns. Defensively, I was really concerned about this quarterback coming in. We kind of tweaked our scheme a little bit to give us a chance to contain him. Very dangerous player, as you can see on the one big play we gave up. But just really so proud of our guys. I mean, to sack that guy 5 times is a great accomplishment. And a lot of that credit deserves to the guys on the back end. That's probably, I told our guys in the locker room, that's probably as good as I've seen our guys play the ball in the air, on all the competitive plays. It just seemed like we won every competitive play. And I'm just really, really proud of our safeties and our corners and just a tremendous job defensively. 5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss. We had no turnovers at halftime, and we came out and got 3. Got 3 interceptions. Great play by Sheridan and DK and Kane Patterson there. So just really proud of our team, +2 in the margin. Will Spires continues to do a great job for us. I think he averaged 52.7 a punt. And then offensively, anytime you can have the type of balance that we can have, you can create explosives. And that's what you saw. So 258 rushing, 292 passing. Trevor was awesome, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. I know he had the 1 close fumble there, but just his grittiness, his love of preparation, his love to play the game, his will to win. It's pretty special. And Travis Etienne, 222 all-purpose yards. I mean, he's just playing at a whole nother level of confidence and intensity and just such a complete player, more than he's ever been. And it's great to see him doing that. And then this was his 39th game to score a touchdown, which is all-time. I think he broke Tim Tebow's record for, FBS football history. So, really happy for him. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Maury had a career night in receptions. Braden Galloway, that's the first time we've had a tight end with 2 touchdowns in the game since 2016. And I think it's maybe the first time ever that we've had 3 to the tight ends. So, good to see the production there. And once again, offensively, we were tremendous on 3rd down. So there's a lot of good things in the game. Certainly, plenty we got to correct. I don't know that I've ever been a part of a game where we had 3 blocked field goals. And, we'll enjoy this one tonight, and then we'll get back to work tomorrow and fix some of the mistakes. Had a couple bad penalties, dropped a touchdown. So we had some miscues, but all in all, a tremendous team win and, opportunity to grow our team. I told them, it takes water to grow, and I've literally seen our team grow up and mature. Got a lot of young guys, a lot of guys getting some experience in a setting like that. Thought they were ready to go. Leadership did a great job all week, and it was just a fun game. A fun game all the way through, start to finish. And you see a young guy like Jalen Phillips go out there who hadn't played much ball for us, and to this point, and he's going to be a great player. But he's Joseph Charleston was out, Jalen's in there. And, man, I thought he did a lot of good things. So, really, really happy. Got XT in the game. He got a few reps right there at the end. So, good to get him back out there. And hopefully he can kind of take the next step this week with a full week of practice and see if we can, go from there. But, again, super proud of our guys. I think we came through it pretty healthy, and we'll enjoy this tonight and get ready to roll tomorrow at Georgia Tech.
Line is now open for questions.
Hey, Dabo, this is Grace Rayner with The Athletic. When you said that you guys tweaked your scheme a little bit to contain King, just what did that entail?
Well, we were mostly a three-man front all night. We put an extra DB in the game. That's why you saw Jalen Phillips in there, and for pretty much the whole game. And we just felt like, again, just our best chance to contain him it was to pressure him with our backers and have a little more speed to corral him because he can make big guys miss. Big guys with great rushes, he makes them miss all the time. So just it was good, good to see the guys have a great week of practice and take it to game day.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com here. You talk all the time about complementary football. Miami had some momentum going into halftime, and then came out with the ball. Your defense got a 3-and-out, and then after Trevor's fumble, the defense was able to get the interception in the end zone, and then come up with another 3-and-out before Travis's long run. How much was the defense able to help you get momentum back in that second half?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about that all the time. And then when the defense kind of bends a little bit, boom, here comes the offense. There's Travis Etienne with a long run or Trevor making a big play. The time of possession, that's the other thing in this game. It doesn't always work out that way, but I think we had the ball like 38 minutes or something to their 21. We had 50 plays at halftime. So we were able to keep our defense really, really fresh and keep their offense kind of on the sideline. So I think we had an 18-play, 90-yard touchdown drive at one point. So just really proud of the efficiency offensively that we've had. Again, we got to correct on both sides, but it was great. And I thought one of the better moments in the game was when we gave up the long run there, and we played red zone defense and held them to a kick. To me, that was huge, and that's what you want to see. I hate that we had them stop. They scored on the fourth down right there at the end of the game in the goal line. That was a great goal line, possession right there. They made a nice play, but that's what it's all about. We always say, teams win championships. Offenses don't win championships, defenses don't win championships, teams win championships. And you have to compliment each other, and you have to pick each other up. And so really, really proud of the guys and in all areas for finding a way to get this one. This was a big challenge, coming in. This is a very good team. We can, learn from everything that we saw on it for sure. But this will make us better.
Dabo, this is Larry Williams. I think you said Wednesday night you needed to manipulate their defensive linemen and sort of take advantage of their tendency to rush upfield. How expertly do you think you guys and Tony Elliott took advantage of that and also really moved around their linebackers with all that misdirection and such?
Yeah, we had a great plan, felt really good about it. And, they're a fast defense, and they're aggressive, and they're in your grits all the time. So when you play teams like that, there's going to be some good and there's going to be some bad. But if you can execute properly, you can and get the run game going, then you can manipulate those guys a little bit. And I thought we were able to do that. You saw we had some really uncontested guys, wide open guys, where we were able to have great play action. We had some motions built in and different things. So we had them. They got to stop the run, and so that creating getting the backers up. We won a couple of one-on-one matchups. We really missed a few plays big time that were there. But again, kind of a rainy night and all that stuff, and to be able to execute like we did was tremendous. But I thought it was a great plan, and again, well executed outside of a few penalties and miscues. And kind of what I thought we could do if we executed properly. I thought we could create some of those explosives off the run game. We were able to do that.
Hey, Coach Sweeney.
Hey.
Hey, it's Chris Heidel from Hermiston Radio in Baltimore. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Talk about your defense. I want to use a baseball term or a football term. Was this the best game that the defense has played, like a perfect game in bowling, or tonight with you guys shutting down a option type quarterback like King who couldn't wreak havoc in the backfield?
Well, no, we didn't play perfect. Brent will be the first one to tell you that. We gave up 10 points. So the other one was on me. But we gave up 10 points, gave up a couple of big plays there, and just really a tremendous performance, but plenty that we can correct. Plenty that we can correct. But it was what we needed for this game, and really proud of our guys for getting it done.
Dabo, this is Matt with the State.
Yeah.
What did you think of the way Trevor played today and the toughness that he showed coming back after taking that?
Yeah, he got the breath knocked out of him. I thought he milked that a little bit. That's what I told him. But he got hit right in the stomach. But he was fine. I knew he was fine when I got out there. He was just, we all at some point probably had the breath knocked out of us, and we know how that feels. It takes a minute, but he bounced right up, and nothing I see from Trevor shocks me, other than him spiking the ball. I don't get a lot of opportunity to yell at Trevor, so had an opportunity to kind of get on him right there. He kind of lost his poise for a second, but he's just awesome. I mean, you just never have to worry about it. He's just always going to put the work in. He's always going to be prepared. He's always going to lay it on the line. He's always going to give everything he's got. He's going to play with attention to details. He's going to challenge everybody, and he's going to attack. And, I mean, you just can't ask for anything more from any player or certainly a quarterback than what we get from Trevor every day, every single day.
Coach Swinney, Rob Gilchrist, WCRS 1450 AM, 98.5 FM in Greenwood. How would you describe the atmosphere tonight despite the rain? Would you compare it to the Notre Dame game in 2015, the GT game in 2017? And what's your overall thoughts on the team's performance overall? I know you kind of hit points on it throughout the interviews. And what are your thoughts with a crucial game at Georgia Tech coming up next week?
Well, it was kind of the JV version of the Notre Dame game, if you will. I mean, that was 80-something thousand people, and people sitting on the steps going up. I mean, that was incredible. So obviously it wasn't that, but I thought it was about as good as you can probably get in 2020 right now. It was awesome. Our fans were just tremendous, and you felt the energy. It was a lot of fun to be a part of it. I mean, we're so blessed to be able to play. Our guys are doing a great job. I think we've had about 5 tests in a row with no positives, and guys are just really, they're doing everything they can to have the opportunity to play. So to be able to have that type of experience for them and environment for them is just a blessing. So as far as our team, I mean, good teams keep working to get better, and that's what we got to do. We've got to keep building on our momentum, enjoy this one, stay humble, stay hungry. We got a lot of work to do. Again, it's a big win, but they're all big. Come Monday, Georgia Tech will be the biggest game of the year for us. They're playing with a lot of confidence, and they had another good win today. So quick turnaround for us, noon game, but we'll be ready. We'll enjoy it tonight, and as coaches get back at it tomorrow.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor again. Your average distance on third down tonight was 9 yards, and yet you were still, I think, 8 of 17 on third down. I'm sure all teams would like to stay ahead of the chains, but not many teams have the ability to convert on third and longs as consistently as you did. How much of an advantage is that from a play calling standpoint to know that you can convert on those third and longs?
Well, I mean, we've done it all year to this point, and again, we trust our quarterback, we trust our guys outside, we trust our OL. Again, we had a few penalties, got us behind the chains a little bit, a couple missed opportunities, and then they made some plays. I mean, listen, Miami's a good team. That front they're stout. Those guys are stout. Those linebackers, and they're a really good group. But again, all in all, it was a good night for the offense. But anytime you can convert on third down, again, I think we had, like I said, 38 minutes. We kept the ball. And 50 plays at halftime. I think they had like 70-something yards to maybe our 300 or so at halftime, something like that. So, that doesn't happen if you're not a good third down team. So we did some good things and made a couple short yardage plays as well. Wish we could have punched that last one in down there with our backups, but again, just proud of the whole team and can't wait to watch the tape.
Hey, Dabo, it's Josh from the Post and Courier. I know you said you took responsibility for that BT field goal, but is putting him out there from that distance just speak to the confidence you have in him at this point?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him. He had a big win behind him. We've seen him do it in practice, and they all felt like we could do it, and I made the decision to do it. So it didn't work out. If we make it, everybody's happy and celebrating, and we didn't. And that was a bad decision on my part. But absolutely, he can make that kick. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, Coach Swinney. Trey Stewart with Clemson Sports Talk. All 3 touchdowns tonight from you guys, passing touchdowns, were caught by tight ends. 2 from Galloway, 1 from Allen. With all the talk coming in being about Miami's tight end group and how much they tend to get involved in the passing game, how great was it for you to be able to involve your tight ends as much as you did?
Well, we're just, I'm just happy for those guys. I mean, they played well all year. I mean, they really have. Again, I think that's the first time maybe ever to have 3 touchdowns to the tight ends in one game. But Braden is a special talent, and I mean, he's what you're looking for. I mean, he's like a wideout with the physicality of a tight end. I mean, he creates a lot of problems. He's a matchup problem. He can run. He's got excellent ball skills. And Davis Allen is another guy. He's a sophomore, big, strong, athletic. And when we've been at our best, we've always had a tight end that's a big factor in what we do. And whether we're in 11 personnel or some 12 here and there. And then even JC is a very experienced guy. He's had a touchdown this year. So all 3 of those guys have scored in our first 4 games. And so to get the type of production that we've had out of our tight ends is what we hoped for. And it's good to see it come to fruition. And there's more there. There's more that we should be able to do with those guys. But it creates some strain on the defense, because again, those guys are involved in every aspect. The tight end position is probably the most difficult position to play outside of quarterback. Just because they're involved in everything, from the passing game, protections, the run game, the nuances of all the formations and motions and shifts and all those things. It's a lot. So anytime you got guys that can really, really strain the defense in the passing game at that position, it opens a lot of things up. So after 4 games, I think we've made really, really good progress with that group.
Dabo, this is Matt
a couple
again.
more for Coach.
With the block kick, was there anything with the 3? I guess there were, I think, 3. Is there anything you could point to or anything BT said as to kind of what was happening on those plays?
No, I want to watch the tape. Well, I know what happened on the first one. It came off the edge, and we had a freshman out there, and we just got to clean up the technique. But we'll get it fixed. But I want to watch the tape and make sure that we get it corrected and know exactly what happened. Put my eyes on it, and we'll do that actually tonight before I go to bed.
We'll
Coach,
take one final one for Coach Swinney.
Coach, it's Chuck Culpepper from the Washington Post. Your team's, it's very clear watching your team how familiar it is with playing big games like this one. How has that evolved? I mean, you're 73-5 in the last 6 seasons. How has that evolved across those seasons, do you think, just that capacity for playing a big game with comfort?
Well, I mean, it's just our DNA. I mean, that's what we built our program for and from. I mean, we've been, as you said, I've been in a lot of big games. I mean, it's just one of those things that gets woven into the culture here. And, from the seniors to the juniors, the new guys coming in, and we're not just a team year in and year out. We're a program, and it's just, again, the culture that we have, the belief. These guys believe and they expect to win, and I think just our mentality, of we respect every opponent. We always say we're playing Clemson every week. We're just trying to play to a standard week in and week out. And it's always, to have consistency. We talk about competitive stamina. It's fun to win, but the joy has to be in the opportunity to win again. And that's just the mindset. So it's always about what's next. It's always about what's in front of us. That daily focus, and again, learn and grow from whatever's happened behind us. But you can't sit around and worry about what happened bad or gloat on what happened good. You got to go back to work every single week. You have to prove it. You have to earn it. You got to pay the price. And that's just something that we've built our program with for 12 years. And these guys have been in a lot of big games, and the lights aren't too bright for them. But every year you start over, and it's a new team. And so this was the biggest game to this point, and the biggest challenge to this point. And I just love the readiness of our guys. I love the mental toughness and the focus that I saw from our team tonight. And again, a lot of mistakes, but they didn't flinch. And that's the makings of a good team. And if we can build on that and correct and grow from what we did in this game, then hopefully we can, have a great season.
All right. With that, we will conclude. Coach Swinney, as a reminder, the properly framed video